6 people missing when a bridge in Baltimore collapsed are presumed dead. Israeli Defense Forces confirm the killing of Hamas's deputy commander. Former government insiders' threats embroil Viktor Orban in corruption scandal. According to an exclusive Euronews and Ipsos poll, 59% of respondents said illegal migration is one of their top priorities. Illegal migration came fourth place in a list of pressing issues behind inflation and economic growth. For those answering the poll, migration was more important than climate change, European defence, or the protection of minorities. According to Andrew Yedes, director of the Migration Policy Centre, negative perceptions of migrants in Europe has increased after the pandemic.
In 2015, we saw very high levels of public concern that fell off during the pandemic quite significantly, and now we see it rising again. So I think these perceptions are really important. Clearly, there are issues objectively occurring, but this subjective perception drives this salience.
The Netherlands, Germany and Portugal are the countries where most people think the fight against illegal migration should be a top priority. In all of them, the far-right parties are on the rise.
A significant thing is the presence of radical right political parties, Wilde in the Netherlands, Alternative for Deutschland in Germany, and Chega in Portugal, political parties which have politicised the migration issue and I think have been driving or contributing to public concern about the issue.
At the same time, the EU policy on the topic is sharply criticised. 51% of the respondents consider it negative, while only 16% positive. 71% of EU citizens believe the EU should strengthen border controls, while only 28% are in favour of a policy welcoming immigrants in the name of humane values.
I think fundamentally it boils down to people wanting to see a system that works, to see that there is a system and that it functions and that member states can agree with each other. But what they see instead is member states disagreeing with each other about what the policy should be, continual disputes about migration.
According to Yedes, the migration debate will drive campaigns in the upcoming EU elections as member states disagree on policy platforms. The Israeli Defense Forces have confirmed the killing of the deputy leader of the Hamas armed wing in the Gaza Strip 2 weeks ago. Tel Aviv claimed he helped plan the attack in Israel on October 7th, where over 1,000 people were killed.
מרואן עיסא חוסל בתקיפה שביצענו לפני כשבועיים יחד עם רזי אבו תמאה. מרואן עיסא, סגן של מוחמד דף, מספר 3 בחמאס, מתכנני הטבח של 7 באוקטובר. רזי אבו תמאה, מפקד חטיבת מחנות המרכז של חמאס לשעבר, וכיום אחראי על אמצעי הלחימה והרכש של חמאס על כלל מערכיו.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called Hamas's conditions for a ceasefire delusional. Hamas have rejected a truce put on the table by Israel, saying that Israel is ignoring the group's core demands. In Rafah, at least 16 people were killed when a strike hit a residential building overnight on Monday. 3 families originally from Gaza City were sheltering in the house.
بيصير هادئ بخلص الحرب بيصير صفقة لو احنا ننام لسه على الساعة 12:30 عمال قاعد بدي انام يعني خلص صاروخ في 16 دمر البيت على الآخر.
Additional aid has been dropped over the Gaza Strip. Due to the ongoing blockade, aid delivery is constrained to sea or air routes.
German Vice-Chancellor and Minister of Economy and Climate, Robert Habeck, warned that Europe must ramp up defence spending during a global conversation with Euronews.
Man hat nicht gesehen oder man wollte es nicht sehen, was Putin treibt, wie stark dort seine Armeen aufbaut. Ich möchte nicht gerne Geld für Armeen und Rüstung ausgeben. Ich kann mir das besser vorstellen für Bildung, für Forschung, für Weiterbildung, für Klimaschutz, für Nachhaltigkeitskriterien. Aber wir müssen es tun. Die Zeit, wo man es nicht möchte, ist vorbei. Deswegen müssen wir die Militärausgaben erhöhen, um uns schützen zu können, auch eine eigene europäische Schutzgarantie geben zu können, nicht nur die Amerikaner als Garant sehen, sondern wir müssen da selber wehrfähiger werden. Und das fällt mir nicht leicht zu sagen. Die Rüstungsausgaben sind in den letzten 2 Jahren gestiegen, weil wir die Ukraine so stark unterstützt haben. Sie müssen meiner Ansicht nach aber verstetigt werden, auch für, man muss ja schon fast sagen, die Instandsetzung der europäischen und jedenfalls der deutschen Armee, um ein bisschen was zu können.
All 6 workers missing after a Baltimore bridge collapsed are presumed dead. Due to challenging conditions, the search and rescue efforts have been paused. A vessel hitting one of the bridge's supports led to the bridge collapse, causing the structure to fall into the water.
Based on the length of time that we've gone in this search, the extensive search efforts that we've put into it, the water temperature, that at this point we do not believe that we're going to find any of these individuals still alive.
Residents of Maryland are worried about the economic impact of the bridge collapse. Analysts say the incident will force vessels or their cargo to be rerouted, potentially creating delays for importers and raising costs.
The Beltway is going to be down for 4 years, but the main thing they got to do right now is get that shipping channel open, because you're going to punish Baltimore, the cruise liners, Caterpillar Heavy Equipment, Mercedes-Benz, our coal export, everybody. That's our biggest moneymaker in the whole state, right there, the Port of Baltimore. And now your moneymaker is shut down.
Transportation Secretary said it was too soon to estimate how long it will take to clear the channel, as all vessel traffic into and out of the port is suspended until further notice.
A volcano in the Icelandic town of Grindavik erupted on Monday against the colourful backdrop of the Aurora Borealis. Also known as the Northern Lights, the phenomenon is common in the Scandinavian country from September to April. Locals were evacuated in November when the Svartsengi volcanic system awakened after almost 800 years of laying dormant. The volcano has erupted 4 times since the first bellow of magma blew in December.
1, 2, 3.
Federal Chancellor Olaf Scholz joined Economics Minister Robert Habeck and other German politicians to symbolically open a battery factory in the town of Hyde. Scholz had previously emphasized the strategic importance of investments such as the Northvolt battery factory for Germany and Europe. 3,000 jobs would be created directly at Northvolt, with another 10,000 expected in the vicinity of the factory. The construction is a beacon example of how the environmentally and climate-friendly conversion of value chains is possible.
State-affiliated Chinese actors were involved in 2 cyber attacks in the United Kingdom, according to the country's Deputy Prime Minister. Oliver Dowden confirmed Chinese involvement during a speech in the UK Parliament.
I can confirm today that Chinese state-affiliated actors were responsible for 2 malicious cyber campaigns targeting both our democratic institutions and parliamentarians. A number of our international partners, including the United States, will be issuing similar statements to expose this activity and to hold China to account for the ongoing patterns of hostile activity targeting our collective democracies.
Earlier, former British Conservative Party leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith urged the government to label China a threat rather than a challenge. Responding to the reports, China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said countries should base their claims on evidence rather than smear others with factual basis.
There has been an outpouring of support for Real Madrid player Vinicius Jr. in Spain after he broke down in tears at a press conference while discussing racist abuse. Vinicius Jr. has been the target of verbal abuse on several occasions since joining the club in 2018. The player said he would not leave the Spanish league, but that more and more he was losing the desire to play. Thousands gathered in Budapest to protest against Viktor Orban's government. The protest comes a day after a former government insider released an audio recording embroiling senior officials in covering up corruption. Peter Magar is the ex-husband of the former justice minister, who was forced to resign in February.
Átadtam egy hangfelvételt az ügyészség munkatársainak, amelyen az hallható, hogy az akkori regnáló igazságügyi miniszter elmondja, hogy a kormány bizonyos körei büntetlenül és szemrebbenés nélkül belenyúlhattak nyomozati iratokba, hogy manipulálhatták a nyomozóhatóságok munkáját. Akár ebben az épületben, itt a hátam mögött.
The protesters demonstrated outside Parliament, where Magar gave a speech criticising the Prime Minister. The scandal is the latest of multiple for Orban, whose power was shaken in early February when his close allies were accused of covering incidents of child sexual abuse.
Magyar Péter a legfőbb ügyész Polt Péter és helyetteseinek azonnali távozását követelte, valamint a Wölner Schadl ügy objektív kivizsgálását, amely szerinte csak Polt Péterék távozása után lehetséges. Kónya Rita, Euronews, Budapest.